All right, we're on Truth and Mark Nolan, and we're in South Jersey, a town called Washington Township, also known as Turnersville, and it's national news. It was horrible. Saturday night, Juneteenth, it was late, and there was a group of people here, and they were having dinner. They had a $70 bill, which is not very large for the group that they were in, upper middle class suburban location just a few miles from Philadelphia. It was a dine and ditch operation, okay, and they call that in New Jersey theft of services. So they got a theft of services, and the restaurant industry is a tough business, and the waitress, she went after them. She chased after them outside. They snatched her up in their white Durango, and they took off down this highway. They took her. That simple. Evidently, the suspects, when they left Nifty Fiftys, okay, they made a right turn and headed north, right on Route 42, which is right here. Very serious, very busy road, right? And they make a right out of this parking lot, and they go down to what I presume is the light, but nevertheless, they make a U-turn, and it's believed that they came back for their fifth member of their team, okay? So they come back. Now they're heading south towards Monroe Township, and eventually in this area is where she escapes. She escapes or released. Nonetheless, she sustained significant injuries, okay, including injuries that had to send her to the hospital, and they're talking possible concussion. So the police, they have the vehicle description. They have some pretty good pictures from security cameras inside Nifty Fiftys of the suspects. This is what they're dealing with. And allegedly, she was assaulted. She may or may not have a concussion. I'm hearing that she's 20 years old. 20 years old, working on a holiday, and she gets abducted and assaulted, and she's able to make her way back. And they're struggling with staff as it is. Let's hope we find them. And we're going to talk to the police, and maybe we can come up with some evidence and get it out there. And if you know or recognize any suspects or people of interest, right? Washington Township Police, give them a call. It appears to be a yellow tag, which would mean maybe a New Jersey license plate.
They need to find who did it.
Yeah, we're just out here chatting outside the Washington Township Police Department. We wish you the best of luck. We're also hoping to go in and speak with detectives because we want to talk to them about the Nifty Fiftys incident. Do you know what incident that happened Saturday night?
No, I don't.
Okay, so you're a resident of this town. You know Nifty Fiftys on, what's it called, Route 42?
I certainly do.
Okay, so it's Saturday night, and all of a sudden there's it's crazy story. It's Juneteenth, right? Federal holiday, and they're working late hours, and a group of 5 people come in. They do a dine and ditch. They try to run. But it becomes a big story because the waitress, she chases after them. They snatch her up. They throw her in their SUV, and they take off.
Goodness.
These people are dangerous. It's very dangerous doing what they did. So we didn't get to speak with the detective. I spoke with the clerk. Okay. I also left messages. So one will be getting back to me. But the officer in charge of the investigation, Washington Township Police Department, his name is Detective Longfellow. I'm not going to read you his email address. It's quite lengthy. But the phone number for the police department, okay, 856-589-0330, extension 1160. That's if you recognize these guys. They're very distinctive looking.
Somebody certainly should investigate this because that's not usual occurrence in Washington Township.
How do you think we make it right? Is it an enforcement issue? Is it a culture issue? What do you think? You've been around a while, and what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are you can't go around not respecting the police if you're a political person especially, and then you have these other crazy lunatics who want to defund the police. They don't want anything happening as far as their bail. You go in the front, you walk out the back. That's pretty good. I like this microphone. I think I might take it before you were done here. All right? I mean, nobody...
What's to stop you, right?
Nobody.
Whoever the gentleman is, the gentlemen's, hopefully they'll turn themselves in. Hopefully they'll basically do the right thing and sorry, because at the end of the day, a bill, couldn't pay a bill, you should have never went to the restaurant. I'm sorry, sometimes people need to stay home. That's it. Still COVID going around. Some people need to just stay home, live their life, worry about their kids, and cook. There's nothing wrong with a home-cooked meal. Nifty Fiftys, every restaurant, they get a hard-earned money.
I wanted to see the Dodge Durgango. This is what the woman was kidnapped in. So it seats 6 comfortably. And 5 people came in. They didn't pay their bill. Okay, they did an old school Dine and ditch for $70, just $70. That's serious. They snatch her up and they take her.
I moved to South Jersey originally for peace and just the nature and the calm and peace. And this is just hearing this sounds detrimental to us as a society.
So we're on Truth and Mark Dawn, and I'm here with.
My name is Gabe. Last name's White. I'm the owner of AG Auto Group here in Vineland, New Jersey.
Okay, so we've come to your lot. You got some nice cars, and we're checking them out. And the big question, the kidnapping.
It's pretty wild. To be honest, I just heard about this story. And to me, it's more sad that over $70 something like this can happen.
Everyone wants to avoid the tolls is flying down that street, and she's very lucky to survive. And yeah, we talk about escalation. It's wild. All right, Gabe. So this is a white Durango, not too much unlike the suspect vehicle. Let's talk about the car.
Well, this is a 2013 Dodge Durgango. From what I understand, the getaway vehicle was a little bit newer, but relatively similar. Obviously, it's made by Dodge. It's a 7-passenger vehicle. They're quite popular here at AG Auto Group. We sell a lot of these. You get a lot of bang for your buck.
So first thing I noticed is power seats, air conditioner is good. I love American cars because they're serious about the air conditioning. That's something that's
Relatively good on gas. It's got a 300 horsepower, 3.6 liter V6. Plenty of get up and go. They got a great look to them. Aggressive. People like them.
You see that a lot. With the history of people utility vehicles, right? Just like any other tool, you can use them for good, you can use them for bad.
It's not the worst getaway vehicle.
Right. 5 people total in that vehicle. Because remember, the one didn't make it in. Okay, so you have 4 suspects plus the victim. They pulled this adult woman. She's 20 years old. They just pulled her in there. I'm sitting there wondering, if you can pull an adult woman in, you can probably get your kids in pretty easy. Am I right?
Oh yeah, they had room to spare.
They pulled out. They made a right turn, and they took off. Okay, and they were headed north down Route 42. So we're driving it. We're feeling it, and I'm a car guy. It feels like this feels great. What they did is they went down the block, right? And they pulled a U-turn. We're gonna check the turning radius. Okay? Yeah. So we got a parking lot here. Let's see what they did. Brakes are solid. No fade. Yeah, I can't imagine the terror that poor girl must have felt. Getting snatched up, pulled inside, and just fighting for her life.
It had to have been really scary, and I'm sure for her, probably didn't understand why it was happening either. $70 just doesn't justify kidnapping an innocent person.
Thanks for the ride. I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about AG. When I got to get somewhere fast, okay, he's got some fine cars. We're gonna see which one I'll be taking next for our next operation. Thanks, man.
Every life lesson is a lesson learned.
Team Truth.
Thank you, Gabe.
The viewers and the press and the police, this is one of those things that we can all work together. Not too many people support snatching up young ladies. This is it, guys. This is it. Then the police need the help. They're struggling with that tag. All right. You can't find any credit card information because they took it. Okay. They didn't pay. That's the whole thing. And this is what happens when you start doing petty crimes. People don't understand the risk associated with it.
Well, I've lived here my whole life, and I'd like to say that we are pretty... I wouldn't say that this is the norm for the area. I think you're always going to have isolated incidents like this. And I think I think we hear about this stuff more often. There's more people out in the street reporting on us. There's more interest in it, I believe. I'd like to think that this is not the norm. I'd like to think that this is just a fluke. I think I was telling you guys before we went on air that you just don't hear about stuff like this happening in South Jersey. South Jersey seems like it's got, the people that live in South Jersey, I feel like are pretty proud to be from here. I know I am, born and raised, and I think when you're proud of where you're from, you don't let stuff like that happen as much. But there's evil people out there. You know what I mean? Evil is evil.
When you're doing crime out there, you run the risk of really harming some people and killing some people, including yourself, right? Like, share, and subscribe.
AG Auto Group, 2332 North DELSEA Drive here in Vineland, New Jersey. We can be reached at agautogroup.com. 856-405-6301 if you want to call us on the old-fashioned way. We love what we do here. We're good at what we do. We stock all makes and models. We have all the financing. We have all the resources that the big dealerships have. I like to think that we're a little bit friendlier, a little bit more fun, a little bit more down to earth. So give us a try. I won't waste your time.